Topic 65, Building a Paragraph with Evidence and Analysis. By the end of this podcast, you should be able to define evidence and analysis in the context of a history essay, identify evidentiary statements and analytical statements, and understand that evidence and analysis, working in tandem, are the two essential components of the body paragraph after the topic sentence. In the previous podcast, we learned that the topic sentence should contain the thesis idea as well as a topic distinct from those found in other paragraphs. Our simple formula to remember how to write an effective topic sentence was TS equals thesis idea plus topic of paragraph. The job of the rest of the paragraph is to provide facts or evidence that will prove the idea that you wrote in your topic sentence. Most of the time, presenting evidence alone will not prove your argument. Like a lawyer, you need to explain why you have chosen the particular evidence that you chose. These explanatory statements are called analysis. Evidence without analysis brings the reader only halfway to your point. You need to take them the rest of the way through your analysis. On the other hand, analysis without evidence to back it up is hollow bloviating. The effective writer will provide evidence and then explain its significance, give another piece of evidence and explain that, and so forth until her point is proven. Before I give you an example of a body paragraph with an effective mix of evidence and analysis, a short word on what constitutes appropriate, strong evidence in a history essay. The more specific evidence you can provide, the stronger your essay will be. Include as many proper nouns, names, and dates as possible. So, for example, rather than writing abolitionists, specify Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth, abolitionists. Rather than writing some escaped slaves founded newspapers, specify Frederick Douglass founded the abolitionist newspaper, the North Star, in Rochester, New York in 1847 after escaping from slavery in Maryland. You get the idea. The former statement is a C-level piece of evidence, the latter A-level. In the following slide, I'm going to provide you with an A-level body paragraph for our first topic on the changing nature of slavery. You'll remember that the topic sentence we wrote for this paragraph during the previous podcast was, one of the great paradoxes of the American Revolution was that it inspired the North to abolish slavery, while white Southerners took advantage of their newfound liberty to spread the institution, which became more repressive in the 19th century. I'm now going to show you the rest of the paragraph, in which each sentence is numbered. I'd like you to read through the paragraph while the podcast is paused. Then create a graphic organizer with two columns. Title the first column Evidence and the second column Analysis. Categorize each sentence that you read as either evidence or analysis by putting the number of that sentence into the corresponding column. After you press play again, the next slide will give you the answers. Take as long as you need to complete this exercise. Please press pause now. How'd you do? As you can see, classifying sentences into evidence or analysis is more art than science. Some sentences fall into both categories. Nevertheless, this exercise is intended to show you that effective paragraphs relate to only one topic, analyze the evidence presented, and contain a well-distributed mix of evidence and analysis. Please contact me or seek help at the Writing Center if your own answers to this exercise were significantly different than those I present here. Remember to take 60 or more minutes to draft each body paragraph of an analytical essay. When you're done with each one, go back and reread for the following. Does the evidence relate to only one topic, the topic contained in the topic sentence? If not, take that evidence out and move it elsewhere. Do I explain the significance, analyze, each fact, evidence, that I've presented? If not, go back and do so. And finally, does the paragraph have a nice balance of evidence and analysis throughout? If not, reorganize these sentences to prevent all the evidence from being presented in the beginning, for example, and all the analysis from being presented at the end. Only when you can answer yes to each question for each body paragraph should you move on to the next podcast, which will discuss how to close a body paragraph. Good luck, and see you there.